Okay, the moment of truth, folks. We have to decide who we're gonna shoot. And let's see what's behind door number 1.
Thank you for your selection, and thank you for choosing Die's deletion game as your preferred population restriction method. Please exit the room and await this round's results.
I left the room and watched as one after another almost everyone went in to shoot their missile. Everyone went in.
In an unexpected turn of events, it would appear that everyone has chosen to attack in the first 15 minutes, which brings this round to an end. Who'd have thought that you were all so eager to kill each other?
She doesn't know us very well.
Well, who am I to argue? Give the people what they want, right? Let's get straight to the results.
Huh. Beatrix bit the bullet.
Beatrix.
Nicholas looked at Beatrix, eyes filled with panic. By contrast, Beatrix looked almost pleased.
Nicholas?
Nicholas was starting to become enraged.
Shut up, Di. This isn't funny.
No, it really is.
And why is that?
I honestly didn't think this would happen, but Beatrix shot herself.
What?
Nicholas stood stunned.
I know, right? What the hell is wrong with you?
Why would you shoot yourself? We knew where you were.
I know, but we didn't know where you were.
So?
If we both shot blindly, I might have killed you by accident.
You shot yourself instead of taking a chance and possibly shooting me?
I needed to protect you.
I didn't need your protection. I needed you to stay alive. Why would you do this to me? We just lost our father. Now I have to lose you too.
Nicholas, I did the only thing I could to ensure you were safe.
I didn't ask you to keep me safe. I asked you to stay safe.
Sorry to interrupt this domestic disturbance, but I have a will to spin. Woo!
Luckily, Di jumps in here before one of them kills the other. That's how merciful she is. Di projected a wheel that begun spinning.
A bit boring, but effective nonetheless. Congratulations, Beatrix. The will has spoken. You're going to die by suffocation.
At least it's different. Di began clapping as if she just awarded someone a prize.
Seeing as we're here anyway, we might as well do this in the dining hall.
Di, there must be some way that we can sort this out.
Are you trying to bribe me, Nicholas?
I'll do anything to save Beatrix. Please.
Okay, let me see.
Really?
No, of course not. Seriously, why would I break the rules for you? Okay, Beatrix, it's time for you to get in.
Di pointed towards the dining hall.
No, I won't let you.
This is for the best.
Nicholas grabbed Beatrix around the waist as she tried to enter the dining hall.
Yoshiki, Katashi, a little assistance, please?
Yoshiki and Katashi approached and did their best to get Nicholas to let go of Beatrix. It was no easy feat, but after several minutes of struggling, Katashi and Yoshiki managed to hold Nicholas still by pinning both his arms behind his body.
Beatrix, please. Please don't do this.
Beatrix moved up to Nicholas, who was starting to tear up, and kissed him on the forehead.
Live on, little brother. I love you.
I love you too.
Beatrix then shifted her attention to me. She placed her hands on either side of my face and looked me dead in the eyes.
Take care of him for me, okay? I need you to promise. Promise me you'll take care of him.
I promise.
Thank you.
Beatrix began entering the dining hall when she turned for one last thing.
Oh, Kimiko?
Yes?
I may not like you, but I don't hate you either.
Beatrix smiled at the captain.
Thank you, Beatrix.
But she still hates you. The captain returned her smile, their troubled history little more than water under the bridge in Beatrix's final moments.
All right, enough with the endless goodbyes. You're making me tear up here.
Dining hall door lock engaged, oxygen levels decreasing. Katashi and Yoshiki let go of Nicholas, who was still adamant on fighting. He clawed at the door, attempting to pry it open with his fingers as Beatrix looked on smiling from the other side of the glass. His fingers began to bleed. Beatrix's hand could be seen sliding down the glass as she fell unconscious on the floor. After about 10 minutes, Nicholas stopped clawing at the door and slumped down onto the floor.
Beatrix.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy schedules to join me for today's special occasion. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. Party's over, folks. Please return to your quarters.
Still numb from their most recent loss, the crew didn't move a muscle. Quickly losing her patience, Di dispensed with their polite facade.
I said the party's over. Now scram!
Di emphatically signaled for us to leave and then disappeared. Dining hall oxygen levels normalizing, door lock disengaged. The moment the door opened, Nicholas scrambled into the room along the floor. Recovering his fallen sister, he cradled her inert form in his lap.
I'm sorry, Nicholas.
Nicholas didn't even acknowledge her. Still raw from Beatrix's death, he continued to gently rock his sister in his arms.
Can you please see to Nicholas's hand injuries before turning in for the night?
Yes, Captain.
Everyone go and get some rest. Dismissed.
With those words, the crew splintered into different directions and cleared the hallway. Nicholas, do you want me to help?
No. I'm fine.
Nicholas stood up, carrying his sister in his arms, and slowly made his way to the medical bay. I followed behind him in silence. When we reached the medical bay, he carefully placed his sister down onto one of the beds. I need to tend to your hands.
I'm fine.
Nicholas, please, it was the captain's orders.
Fine.
Although Nicholas held his hands out towards me, he never took his eyes off his sister. I washed the wounds and dressed them as best I could. Do you need anything else before I go to bed?
No, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, good night.
Good night.
I left the medical bay and headed towards my quarters. I lay on my bed restlessly trying to sleep. Beatrix's selfless sacrifice was still far too fresh in my mind to allow me to rest. When I woke up Monday morning, I felt flat and tired. Beatrix's death was still fresh in my mind, so was the thought of another death soon to come if Di had her way. I needed a smile. After getting dressed, I decided to find someone who could cheer me up. I needed someone fun and playful who wouldn't let our bleak situation get them down. Two immediately came to mind. Yoshiki was an optimist who always found reasons to smile, and Shizuka I could count on to play a game with me, to take my mind off things. But which one? We haven't seen enough of Shizuka, I think. Yoshiki just pops up ever uninvited. Shizuka would know how to distract me, and she'd probably welcome the opportunity to play a game. She was pretty competitive and always complained that no one wanted to play games against her. I made my way to her quarters and knocked. There was no reply. I knocked again, but she still didn't answer. Checked the time. It was already 9:30 a.m. I'd gotten up late. Is she still asleep? Panic washed over me. Is she dead? I appeared beside me.
Officer Himura is not dead. She is asleep.
Wake her ass up. A little late to still be in bed. Hope she's alright. I smiled reassuringly and left. I knocked again. Maybe she was sick or she'd had a rough night. Since I was there, it seemed right to check on her. After my fourth knock, the door opened and I entered her quarters. Shizuka had clearly just rushed to put her uniform on. It was a little messy.
Huh?
Sorry, I didn't come here to wake you, but I told me you were still asleep and I thought you might be sick or something.
Sick?
Yeah, sorry. Just wanted to see if you were okay. Shizuka sat on the bed blinking at me with bleary eyes.
Just sleeping.
Okay.
Why do you come?
Just needed a smile, so I thought maybe we could play a game. Shizuka instantly went from confused and sleepy to attentive and interested.
A game? What game?
How about something simple for now? Solitaire? Scissors, paper, rock?
Okay, but I'm pretty good at this.
You think so, huh? It's on. Best of 3 rounds.
Bring it on.
We counted together. 1, 2, 3. So, I wonder if you actually can win this. We're not abrasive, so let's go paper. I threw out my hand for paper. Shizuka threw scissors and grinned as she beat me.
Even half asleep, I'm a worthy opponent.
Maybe I'm giving you a head start.
Maybe I'm just awesome at this?
Alright, let's go again.
I've got this.
1, 2, 3. I played paper, but Shizuka played scissors for the second time.
You expected me to change? Fool!
2 scissors in a row? Gutsy move.
Okay, let's do this.
I'm gonna destroy you.
We'll see about that.
1, 2, 3. We showed our moves, and we both were paper.
A tie. Now let's count the scores. Oh no! It looks like I beat you. I told you I was good. Or maybe you're just bad at the game. Or is it both? You tell me, loser.
Wow, you're a sore winner.
But I am a winner.
You'd rather be a smug winner than a polite loser. Shizuka looked outraged that I won't even ask the question.
Duh.
I was right, playing with Shizuka had cheered me up. Well, it was fun playing with you, and...
Yahoo! Everyone's favorite AI system is here. My, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? It would be such a shame if someone were to mention the deletion game.
What the?
Ahem.
Could I please have all crew report to the dining hall for briefing immediately? That is all.
Dai had used the ship's intercom to shout at us with deafening volume. Shizuka and I both sat still for a moment, stunned. Ow, guess we should go. Shizuka looked down at what she was wearing. She was missing a sock at the very least.
I better put more clothes on. Dye is enough. I don't want to aggro the captain, too.
I'll wait outside and we can go together. Better hurry, though.
Yeah, Dai does sound more psycho than usual today.
I went outside into the corridor to wait. Shizuka was very quick and probably cut a lot of corners because she was out with her uniform on and her hair sort of brushed within a couple minutes. Just as we were about to head off, Yoshiki came into the corridor and saw us.
Good morning, I guess.
Morning, anyway.
What do you think the next game's gonna be like?
They're not very good games. So far, there's been barely any strategy to them at all. It's just guessing and good luck and hoping no one tries to screw you on purpose.
I think Dai just likes scaring everyone. It doesn't matter so much about the game.
She could just pick someone at random. She enjoys dragging it out. We arrived at the dining hall and all went in together. Vladimir and Melody were already there, and so was the captain. The three of us took our seats and waited for Dai to arrive. It wasn't long before Katashi arrived, and finally Nicholas. Nicholas looked like he hadn't slept or washed or even changed his clothes. The moment Nicholas sat down, Dai appeared in front of us.
Good morning, good morning. Wow, Nikki, that's a new look for you. I'm not a fan. Now, ladies, gentlemen, and whatever the kid is,
Gremlin.
It's time to play the deletion game. All right, I can't hold in the excitement any longer. Welcome to round 4 of the deletion game, Bidding Wars. I have noticed a certain lack of, what's the word?
Empathy?
Teamwork. So
That
I
too.
have specifically designed this game to help us grow as a crew, but more importantly, as a family. We have to work as a team and trust one another if we are to get through this together. If you would all please turn your attention to your tablet devices, I have made you a short video on the rules. So the game will be played, and the bidding wars end on Sunday, a week from now. This is pretty exciting, right? Now, would you like me to explain the rules again myself, or just skip straight to the fun?
Forgot she actually does that this time.
So let the game begin. This is going to be great. I love teamwork, don't you? Now it's time to get into our teams and start talking strategy. Team A will be you, Yoshiki, Shizuka, and Nicholas. And Team B will be Katashi, Vladimir, Melody, and Kimiko. Now it's time for you all to talk strategy. Team A, you will remain here. Team B, you will go to the Eco Lounge. I'll speak to Team A first.
Team B got up and started moving towards the doors.
Remember, from now on, no fraternizing with the enemy. At all.
But what if we need a medic? Or I need to tell them something important?
At all.
Not willing to risk Dai's wrath, Kimiko ushered the rest of her team out of the dining hall, leaving us alone with Dai.
What happens now? Do we just spend the week coming up with a plan?
First, we need to get you a team captain.
I can do it! I'll be captain!
That's fine with me.
Me too.
Nuh-uh. The captain will be chosen at random.
Why?
Because that's the rules of the game, sister. Games have rules, and you have to play by the rules, or where's the triumph in winning?
Shizuka pouted.
I've preloaded 4 cards on your tablets. You can choose one whenever you're ready. The person who chooses the card with the bunny on it will be the team captain.
I'll take card 2.
After you, BFF.
I'll take 4, I guess. We all waited, but Nicholas didn't even acknowledge us looking at him.
Guess I'll take 1.
That leaves Moby McGee over here with the 3rd card. And the winner is...
Heroine.
She can't be captain! She is terrible at games!
Standing right here. But how can we strategize when we don't know what they'll do? Dai smiled and disappeared without even answering my question. Okay, let's talk this through. Maybe we can predict some of their possible strategies.
Wait, I'm not sure I understand the game.
I'll explain it. So there's 4 players on each team in 3 rounds, meaning one person will miss out on being allocated the highest number for their group. But that's okay, because the highest number won't necessarily score, because equal numbers are canceled out.
Hold on a minute. Shizuka did not hold on.
So essentially our choice is between high-risk high numbers or low-risk low numbers. Enough high numbers might get us a win, but with low numbers we're more likely to get the points to accumulate into a higher total score at the end.
Slow down, I'm confused.
It's really simple. Our numbers are compared to theirs, and then the higher number from each pair is the winning number, while also dictating the number of points you receive. Higher numbers will return higher points, but they're a risk because it could be canceled out. And then you're relying on very low numbers, or even on nothing that's been allocated to the rest of the team, because we only have 10 points to distribute. What's confusing about that?
I decided I wasn't getting anywhere with Yoshiki and Shizuka, so I decided to try and get Nicholas involved in the discussion. Nicholas, what about you? You understand the rules? Nicholas? He was just looking at his hands, where they sat on the dining table. Okay. Shizuka, slow down. Yoshiki, I'll explain.
It's simple. I don't get what the problem is.
We have 10 points to allocate between all 4 of us, but we must give points to at least 2 of our players. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, I think so.
Each player's scores will be paired with the other team's players, and the highest wins.
Could you be any slower? We need to talk strategy!
I think it's best we make sure everyone understands the rules before we get specific. Nicholas, were you listening? I had hoped he would at least nod or shake his head, but he didn't even do that much. Alright, new plan. Shizuka, you go away and think about some strategies for us to discuss. Yoshiki, you and I will go somewhere so I can explain the game to you. Nicholas, you go get some sleep.
And maybe a shower. Jeez.
I decided to just take Yoshiki somewhere quiet and talk to him alone. What Nicholas and Shizuka did was their own business, but sure didn't seem like Nicholas was going to be captaining our team. Come on, Yoshiki, we'll go somewhere quiet. Yoshiki and I left together to go over the rules in peace. I took out the pocket watch and looked at it. I was all out of ideas, and I needed to show it to somebody, but I was limited to my own team, and I wasn't sure how helpful they'd be. Yoshiki was an engineer, so he might be the best person to understand the problem, but he wasn't exactly the most focused person. Shizuka was very determined when she decided to do something, so maybe if I presented the watch to her as some sort of puzzle or game, I could get her interested. Or there was Nicholas. Maybe if I asked him for help, it would give him something to focus on and help him keep it together after Beatrix's death. We're going to Yoshiki this time. I decided to go and find Yoshiki. He wasn't an expert on alternate realities or even physics, but he was an engineer and that meant understanding how things work. He might be able to give me some fresh perspectives. According to my tablet, he was in the dining hall. I made my way there and found him sitting alone eating a large slice of cake. Where did you get cake?
I went into the kitchen and took it. It's great! Katashi isn't allowed to talk to me, and that means he also isn't allowed to yell at me for eating the cake he made. The perfect crime.
Yoshiki had been cutting a new slice of cake as he talked, and he slid some over to me on a plate. It was excellent cake, made even more excellent by the knowledge it was illicit criminal cake, and there was nothing Katashi could do about it. So I came to show you something. Here, look. I got out the pocket watch and gave it to him. He stopped eating for a moment to look at it.
It's one of those old-fashioned watches. Where did you get it?
It was in my parents' old things, with their research notes and stuff. Yoshiki managed to understand me even through my mouthful of cake.
That's an odd place for it.
The notes with it make it sound like this watch is part of an experiment. Things involved in interdimensional travel, you know, going to alternate realities.
Why would they use a pocket watch to travel between dimensions?
Wouldn't they use a DeLorean? I thought hard about this, still stuffing cake into my mouth. Timelines, get it? Yoshiki didn't laugh. Okay, so it's not a great pun, but I deserve a pity laugh at least.
But you might accidentally be onto something.
Huh? What?
Maybe dimensions and timelines are like electricity. There's AC and DC.
Direct current, and what's the other one?
Alternating. So, direct current has electricity moving in one direction. Let's say that's what we're experiencing right now. The watch might change the current to alternating, which would mean the dimension can move back and forth, which would allow us to travel backwards and forwards again, rather than forward in the linear way we do now.
Interesting theory. Yoshiki grinned mischievously.
I'm an interesting guy.
Guess it doesn't matter why they chose a watch, if I can't figure out how to work the thing.
They didn't leave an instruction manual?
Afraid not. So inconsiderate of them, right?
Even if you can get it to work, you don't know where it will take you. I wonder if you can choose which universe it sends you to.
I've got a lot of reading to do, I guess. And now we've got evidence to hide. We had eaten the whole cake between the two of us. Wow.
Could just leave the empty plate in the kitchen. Katashi will see it, but there won't be anything he can do about it.
It's genius, I tell you. I put the watch back into my pocket and stood up. Let's just flee the scene. Like the way he thinks. Yoshiki stood up beside me.
I'll race you back to your quarters.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Go! I arrived at the door of my quarters only a fraction of a second sooner than Yoshiki. Winner!
Ah, I am too full of cake to run. I made a mistake.
Yoshiki grabbed his stomach as it made strange noises.
I'm maybe gonna go lie down and let my tummy digest all the cake.
Okay, bestie, I'll see you later. Yoshiki waved one handed to me, and his other held his stomach, and he slinked off down the hallway towards his quarters. Like, did he waddle, or could you be a little bit more specific with how he moved? Just saying. I made my way into my quarters and sat on the bed. Thought I should summon Eye to see if there had been any progress. I sat on the bed with the papers and tablets sprawled over the bed. Nothing. Still nothing. This is so frustrating. Okay, I need to calm down. Getting angry isn't going to solve anything. I threw myself back on the bed and stared at the ceiling for a long time before I was suddenly bathed in the warm glow of Aya's holographic interface.
I am sorry to interrupt.
Don't worry about it, Aya. You weren't interrupting anything. What's up?
I found some more information that may be useful against Dai.
That's wonderful. What is it?
I've discovered that it's possible to input the deactivation code into any terminal, including your personal tablets.
Do you know anything else about the deactivation code? Aya shook her head.
Unfortunately, I didn't learn anything else. I tried to access more information, but even with my administrator privileges, I was unable to proceed any further.
Well, at least we know where we can input the code once we know what it is.
I am glad you are pleased.
It isn't perfect, but it's a step in the right direction.
I must return to my duties.
Of course, thanks for the update, I bowed and phased out of my quarters. Deactivate from any tablet or terminal, huh? At least now I knew I wouldn't need a higher clearance level. Probably gonna have to dig up some information out of Yumu if I want to work out this code. I returned my attention to the watch. Come on, heroine, pull yourself together, you need to work this out. I sifted through my parents' papers and tablets to see if I had missed anything. These transitions are so annoying.